So one of the few good things about 2020 is that everyone got a taste of working from home. And I think for new and old companies to stay competitive and to keep and recruit talent, they're going to need to develop more and more work from home opportunities. So in this video, we're going to talk about some tips and tools that you can use to help develop the work from home culture at your own office. So if your team uses G Suite, there's a handy tool built into Calendar called Working Hours. And I recommend that you tell everyone to set working hours because when people work from home, hours can become kind of fluid and people want to work at different times of the day. And you can use this to know when someone's going to be available, especially if you're going to invite them to a meeting. Another handy thing is to make sure to kind of set like a central time, like a time where all hands are going to be on deck. That way you can do things like company-wide meetings or important updates, or if there's a busy period when a lot of your customers might be calling. And finally, if you're using like instant messaging services like Slack, a good thing too is to set up a kind of like a check-in, like, hey, I'm going to be available today at this time, or I'm going to be out at this time, just so you can know when people are free or not. So if your sales staff is going to be working from home and they're going to be doing a lot of client calls using video conferencing, you might want to be able to standardize their backgrounds, and you can do this using the Team License Manager and XSplit VCAM. So within the Team License Manager, which you can access at xsplit.com, you can actually purchase bulk licenses and then assign it to people that are within your company. You can use their emails or work emails. And once they're added to this team, you can then go into the VCAM settings and select a specific background or a specific watermark. It's really handy, and it's also pretty handy if you're onboarding new staff. You can give them a VCAM license, and maybe they don't have like the whole webcam camera setup. They can actually just use their cell phone with XSplit Connect webcam. So every once in a while, you're going to want to have a company-wide meeting. This is where different department heads can talk about their projects and how their team is going. This is where the management team can talk about like the goals of the company and any milestones that have been achieved. And one way to do this is by live streaming. And again, if you're on Google Suite or G Suite, you can actually use YouTube live streaming. So if you create the live stream with your G Suite account, you'll actually have this option for private live streams, and you can send out invites to people that have that same work account. So basically your company email account, everyone can join in, and you don't need to send in specific invites or like invite 1,000 people. And if you're producing this, you can use XSplit Broadcaster, and this way you can actually bring in, different heads if they're remote using Skype calls and NDI, or, you can just do it via huge, Hangouts or Slack call or Zoom call. And you can use XSplit Presenter to show your different slides and show what's going on. Now, if you have department heads that are in weird time zones or might not be able to attend it or make it, they can actually use Presenter to record their part of the presentation, send it to the host, and the host can play back to give everyone the update. So there's lots of ways to keep the company updated, even if your employees are in completely different time zones. So when you onboard a new staff and they're going to be working from home, they're going to kind of miss out on like the company bonding and meeting people and having a big lunch or having a big party. So maybe send them some work from home kits, like send them, a kit with like a webcam and a microphone, or, just some links to some wellness apps or company information, just things to, make them feel more at ease working from home. And always remember to kind of check in on your staff, because when you lose that face-to-face interaction, you can't see how well someone is or is not doing. So it's always good to kind of check in, make sure people are doing okay, and make sure people, are happy with their work and, they're feeling as part of a larger team. So I want to know from you, do you have any tips on working from home? Has your company shifted to a work from home situation? Has it stayed with it? And how about you? Like, are you preferring to go to the office, or do you prefer only work from home? Let me know in the comments. Thanks again for watching. Give a like if this video was helpful, and be sure to subscribe for more ways to stay on the grind.